It was the result that most people expected, but Italy gave Ireland a hell of a scare. My name's Mark, let's talk rugby. Ireland almost opened the scoring in this one in the first minute. We have a break from Josh van der Fleer. Ball then is worked out to Lowe on the wing, but he drops it as he goes over to ground. Maybe that one was a bit of the universe making up for the try that shouldn't have stood against France, or it could just have been decent defence from Capozzo, who put him under pressure to cause the error. Lowe, though, didn't have to wait long to make amends for that. A couple minutes later, Bundyaki offloads, finds him out on the wing, and he puts Ryan over to score. The conversion is missed, but it's 5-0 to Ireland, and their almost customary early try is in the bag for them. Italy, though, they're not going to just kind of lie down in this one. They gather an Irish clearance kick. They go through the phases. We have a strong carry from Canone, gets them close, and then Varney snipes off the back of the ruck. It's converted, and that puts Italy ahead 7-5. Ireland then attack off a line out. They kind of fake them all, like they put them all in position, but Van der Fleer passes off the back of it to Casey. Byrne and Hansen then, really nice hands from them to put Aki through a hole. He finds Keenan. Keenan does, like Garbisi is tackling him, but Keenan does kind of a pirouette that actually gets him out of the tackle, and then he goes under the post to score. That's converted Ireland back in front then, 12-7. 5 minutes later, Garbisi then narrows the gap from the tee to 12-10. Italy just hanging in there, every time Ireland score, Italy seem to be able to respond. It's a mark of how improved they are that, even a team as good as Ireland can't kind of hold them at arm's length and begin to stretch away at this stage. Italy then, they try to run the ball out of their own 22 from the restart. Lowe manages, though, to turn it over. Basically, like, he's out in the wing. Italy are trying to get out wide. He kind of stands side on, gathers the ball, gets to Aki. Then they get it out there. We have great hands from Van der Fleer. Gets his hands free. He finds Lowe out on the wing. And then Lowe back into Aki. And he's away and he scores. He's converted from out wide and it's 19-10. And it's something I talked about before with, Italy. It's great to see the ambition, with putting the ball through the hands and stuff. But doing it near their own line, I said before, it's going to cost them because you have, players and teams like, the likes of Lowe, who we've seen he's already got an eye for an intercept this year. He just seems to be on it in that case. And then Ireland as well probably would have been, looking for that too. And they just exploited it. From there, though, Ireland then come back again, and they're looking to get that daylight between them. So they have a 5-meter penalty. It's a tap from Kelleher. He goes close. Then Conan carries again. They suck in the defenders. They decide then to get it out to the wing quickly. They find Hansen out there. There aren't enough Italian defenders. He's got space to go over in the corner. The conversion is missed from out wide, but it's 24-10. And, Ireland, with as big as a gap as it had for any of the game to this point. Ireland then, clock is in the red. They have a line out instead of, getting the ball off the pitch and going for half time. They decide, no, we want to go for another score to really stamp our mark on this game and show, that we're the ones in charge. They've done this a lot, in other games that we've seen them recently, where in that zone where it is like either just before halftime or the clock is actually in the red, and they go for the try, and then a lot of the time they actually come up with it. They attack from the line out, and then they do a loop play where Aki goes for Byrne in the boot, but Bruno reads it really well. He gets into that passing channel. He intercepts the ball. He goes the whole way then, 70, 80 meters to score under the post. That one is converted, and suddenly it's a whole different game now at halftime. It's 24-17. Italy really back in the game at that stage. Ireland, they were looking comfortable towards the end of the half until that intercept, and now they're kind of made to sweat a little bit by Italy. But it's Italy's play deserved that deserved to be that close. Then second half, Italy, they only actually scored 3 points in the second half, but Garbisi's penalty that actually brings it back to within them, scoring an unconverted try to go ahead. It's 24-20. And, if Ireland were a little bit nervous at halftime, it really is squeaky bum time now for them. But they seem to have kind of woken Ireland up a little bit, because immediately after that, Ireland are on the attack in the 22. You have a nice pass from Byrne, puts Hansen into some space on the wing. He passes it back to Aki, who he's kind of tackled, but he slides along the ground and then grounds. The slide brings him just up to the line. He's able to stretch out and ground the ball, but then we have a TMO check. There's actually a knock on in there, so it's a scrum to Italy. So again, Ireland, made to sweat on that one as well. They try to impose themselves, during this period, but Italy really are making it difficult for them. Ireland win a penalty in a position where you think, okay, they're going to go to the corner, even though they have the bonus point in the bag already from the first half. Go to the corner, get that try, and start to kind of stretch away the way they want to do. But shows just how well Italy have been doing, because they decide to take the points instead. Byrne puts it over to make it 27-20. But Italy really are making them work for every score at this stage. Italy really, you can see that they sense a famous result, and they manage to work themselves back upfield. They attack off the back of a scrum. Pettinelli bursts into the 22. Really good carry from him. He's hauled down a few meters short of the line. They then put the ball through the hands. Brex, when it gets to Brex kind of in midfield, he's kind of in the centre of the pitch, probably about 10 or 15 meters out from the line. He then puts a cross kick that actually bounces and goes dead. And kind of lets Ireland off the hook, because if Italy had put the ball through the hands, it looked like they had numbers and they probably would have scored there. So maybe, just a bit of a rush of blood for him to try and produce that bit of magic that would get them to score, rather than just sticking to the basics and trying to get the ball out there and give themselves a better chance to score. Ireland then, they managed to work themselves back upfield. We see one-out runners from them, some good carries from the likes of Mahoney, Kilcoyne and Doris, and a few others as well. They get themselves to the edge of the 22. Murray, who's on now, he makes a half break, manages to get his hands free. Hansen comes on at a really nice angle to collect that offload. He steps the cover and goes over under the post. That then is converted for 34-20, and a bit of breathing space for Ireland. Aki then gives a penalty away at the breakdown from the restart. Italy go to the corner, but Ireland managed to steal the line out. But then they miss touch with the clearance kick, and Italy force Ireland to kick out, kind of a a really poor kick in their own 22. It's kind of sliced off the side of the boot. Italy then look to attack from the line out, but they knock on within like a phase or two. We then see Jack Crowley coming on for his Six Nations debut for Byrne at 10. Byrne did pretty well at 10 in a game, where like one of the questions was with him was, in a big game, could he deliver when Ireland weren't just dominating the opposition? And I think he showed today that he can do that. He is the player to be able to deliver that for Ireland, to keep a calm head and to just trust in the processes and not try to, pull something magic out of the bag, and no panic there really from him either. But we then have no clear release at the breakdown from Italy. Ireland decided to go to the corner from the penalty. They're looking to, just tack on another try there to really make the game safe. But the move breaks down. Pass goes into touch for them. Italy then, again, they try to run it from their own line. They're looking for a losing bonus point. Ireland get pinged for being off their feet. Italy go up the line from that penalty, but they're still inside their own half. Again, they attack up the wing. James Lowe gets in there again with another great intercept. Ireland go on to counter, but they can't quite make it and forced into touch, and that's the game. It's 34-20 is the final score. Italy, fair play to them, really, really played well and, deserve all the plaudits they're going to get after this performance. I really hope as well that they don't end this Six Nations without a win, because they absolutely deserve it based on their performances in the first 3 rounds. Let's have a look at some of the stats now. So possession was 50-50. Italy actually edged it in the first half, but then Ireland, took over in the second half. Territory was 38% for Italy, 62% for Ireland. Again, Italy did slightly better on that front in the first half. Tackle percentages, 91% for Italy is that's a top tier kind of percentage that you see there. I think 91% has been the highest. I think Scotland in one other game as well. We're up at that level. Ireland 83. They're going to have to improve that, I think, against Scotland. Then this stat really for Italy just shows their ambition and also the kind of problems they caused Ireland today. 27 defenders beaten by them to Ireland's 18, and really does just underline how impressive they were today. We will look at some more numbers when I do the stats video early next week. So as I said before, I'm going to do a stats video for the 3rd round, but I'm also going to do a video maybe in the fallow week that covers the stats from the first 3 rounds. So combined stats over those games, just so we can see kind of trends and stuff like that. Italy from here now, to go into the Wales game, probably as favourites, I would imagine, for the first time in a very, very long time in the Six Nations. Out of those 2 teams, they're home. They're the team that are in much better form. If they're not the favourites, then something weird is going on there, I feel. For Ireland then, I think the scare might actually do them some good, because they're going to preparing for that crucial game now in Murrayfield, and the fact that they have areas where they've been shown where there are chinks in the armor that they're going to have to improve on. And sometimes it's better to have those highlighted in a game where you get the win but don't look that impressive, rather than kind of be caught cold on them against someone like Scotland, who can probably in the same kind of scenario as we saw today go on and get the win.